Hello and welcome to HyzerMedia's coverage of the 2023 High Roller Lobster Company presents the Maine State Championships elevated by Thought Space Athletics. Thank you to Cosmic Disc Golf, D-Town Disc Golf, and Reaper Disc Supply for making this coverage possible. We really appreciate it. I'm Nathan Johnson, joined in the booth and on the card by Zoe AnDyke. How's it going, Zoe?
Whoop, whoop. Let's go. I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, should be really exciting to watch these final 9 holes of the Maine State Championships, starting off on hole 10, this long par 4.
It's a long one. It's wide open with wind to contend with usually, and super fun to play. The tee shot is above the landing zone fairway, and there's OB off to the right down in that canyon where the trees are, so really want to land on the flat. I actually threw it a little farther than planned, which is always cool. So I have a little downhill to contend with there, approaching the basket.
Yeah, I mean, look at this tee shot. Just a nice absolute downhill bomber. Super fun shot to throw. Nicely thrown, I should say, by Carli there. Puts it right in the middle.
That's right. Perfect run up there.
Been watching Maria absolutely shred this course on the front 9. She's opened up a pretty big lead and isn't looking to slow down at all. Oh, throws that one actually too far, finds herself in the out of bounds.
And this one looked like the wind had taken it over a little bit, but the stability and the trust and the absolute just commitment by Katheryn there was awesome. She likes that spot. She's inbounds. Right side of the fairway.
So here's Carli now. You can see that basket, as is a common theme on this course, a lot of precarious basket placements. Comes up a bit short, so she'll have a nice straightforward layup for her par from there.
So she's just got to keep this clear of the tree and throws a nice turnover, except for just she wanted to commit to that angle just a little bit more. At Hyzer's out, she's still putting uphill at the basket.
Yeah, definitely still a good shot. Had the distance, just leaked a little left.
Oh, early release. Oh, no.
Such a great drive. Just leaks out a little.
That's right. Sometimes you get so excited about a shot and you just might forget to throw it. So we were all super bummed out to find out Maria was OB. Although you guys saw it from the camera angle, none of us knew that. Problems with throwing too far. And then the approach deep on the downhill side, deep of the basket.
Yeah, speak of throwing too far, goes too far on the approach as well. It's going to leave her most likely a layup. I don't see anybody running these putts from the bottom of the hill. They're here, just too dangerous. Unless Marie wants to prove me wrong again.
Yeah, I was going to say, that was the first time I didn't accidentally juice up approach or putt. And then Maria, actually, she was going for that. She was feeling her putter all day long. And I thought there's no way. And then, yep, she certainly did. It was awesome. It lands nicely. No foul.
The last chance at the birdie on the card is Katheryn. And just clips the cage. Luckily, doesn't roll too far. Was a great effort uphill outside the circle.
Give it to her for the guts, please. No, nobody wanted to see that because it was so cool that she gave that last one a run. Just a little short.
Yeah, the course just loves to punish players for trying to bite off a little too much, unfortunately. I have a couple more tap-ins here. Carli will be first. It's going to be a par for her, unfortunately. Katheryn, settle for the bogey. Borrowing a mini quick.
Yeah, can I borrow that mini? I don't have one in my pocket right now. My caddy's amazing, but I ran away from her.
Carli's mini seems like it worked just fine as we head into 11.
Just lining the prior hole and has OB separating him. That same valley. 2 big shots will put you in contention for the birdie. It's 2 uphill shots, though. You have to remember big distance, elite throws in the middle of the fairway. But OB comes into play way more in this fairway because you can't see it, but above that second hill that I'm flying towards right now, but then my disc finishes. If that would have gone straighter, there is OB that comes into play inside the right hand, that bubbles inward, sorry. And then Death Hill and Canyon on the left-hand side that your discs can easily hyzer out into. So center placement important, even though it looks like an open hole.
Definitely a trickier line. Nice shot there from yourself and Carli to find the middle. See if Maria is able to bounce back here. It's a really nice move on this one. Nicely done.
So, yeah, fun to watch her throw bombs all weekend.
Yeah, absolutely rips. This one looks nice as well from Katheryn. Keeps it nice and low. No real danger of moving OB or just fading out in either direction, but some tough footing here.
Yeah, not able to get a run up, having to use your body and keep your knees bent low on that slope. She had a great job of controlling that balance and advances up the fairway. She's golfing it out.
Yep, just looking to make forward progress. Carli here trying to go around this bushy tree. Doesn't quite swing it wide enough, though. It's going to be a tricky upshot from in there.
And the footing here is super soft. They've had a ton of rain. It's marshy and muddy, but I got blessed with a little bit of a run up there to approach the basket. Mountain circle 2 on the right.
Yeah, another long uphill putt. Maria, after a smash of a drive, has this wide hyzer in towards the green. Comes up a bit short as well. Just kind of tricky footing. Tough to generate the power there, but she'll have a uphill birdie putt as well.
Yeah, her feet were sinking in mud, so she had no type of run up. And Carli getting it up there after a really tough stance and no arm swing.
Yeah, good job to just not hit her hand on that tree that was right in the backswing. Little juice there from Katheryn. Goes a bit long, but she'll still have a tricky little putt to save her par. There's a long look.
I wanted this one. Tricky footing, not safe to really follow through without worrying about rolling your ankle or something. So kind of just had to stay there, lacking power.
Here's Maria now. You know she's running this one just a bit off, but luckily stays close. Ooh, sneaks it over the rim. The silent putt. No chains needed.
Big fist pump, big smile. We all love to see that.
Nice par save there from Carli. Katheryn trying to do the same. The short downhill putt just doesn't quite drop. Catches the band there.
Strong attempt hitting the band. Yeah. Good thing it's that. This is a green that the tournament team, the volunteers and staff members, they continued to add chips to. It could have been really, really soft after all the rain and especially what had happened on Friday's round. And they've just chipped it up. Pretty soft landing there for the putters as well. Big shout out to everyone that put work into both courses, but especially out here at the Patriot, because we were able to walk around the fairways and hang out on the greens that might not have been that great without all the extra wood chips applied. So this par 4 is so fun. You got to break it into 2 shots, try it around the corner, but get yourself in the center of the road. If you go past it, you're going to have trees to contend with. Nice approach to the basket, but don't go long or left because there's a big downhill runoff. No out of bounds. Stay away from the trees. And getting turnover and distance is hard. The miss is to hyzer out to the left or hit trees early on the right. Pretty happy with that shot.
Yeah, I was going to say, or you just pure it with that nice turnover line. Able to bite off quite a bit off the tee. Let's see if Carli is able to match. This looks like a good angle. Yeah, just a bit overturned, but sneaks through.
You may have some options there. Like once you get past the initial set of trees, there are some inside gaps in a chipped up area. Little landing zone.
Maria also kind of finds herself in a similar spot. Looked like she caught a late tree, kicked her a bit to the right. Katheryn now lining up that same turnover line. This looks like a really nice angle.
Love that. Almost got back to the road. And remember, the road is like the ideal past or short of is where you're going to have to contend with trees. Carli had just enough swinging room there. Really nice approach. Back on track and the little power skip.
Yeah, full flex, gets the road skip, gives her maybe a 50, 45 footer. Some tricky footing here. Maria's got to go patent pending, turnover, backhand, puts it on the absolute perfect line. Oh
That's
my goodness.
right. Full commitment. Beautiful shot and flight.
Here's Katheryn. Yeah, she's got that tree kind of in her follow through a bit, but able to get enough room for a full swing. Just kind of leaks this one out a little short left, but not too bad. Stays on the edge.
Best caddy ever, Nikki. But as you can see, I went a little bit long, and this is a sharp stand-up hyzer. Like you can't throw an overstable disc. You're gonna have to flip something up and let it finish. I overturned a mantra actually with my stamp on it. No surprise there. Juiced it and peel out to the right. Sad to waste that drive. Gonna have work to do. And a nice approach from Katheryn there.
Yeah, a lot of work to do here. Low ceiling, couple of trees to contend with. Able to make it out,
Early.
but yeah, a little early, like you said. It's going to be a long par look. So here's Carli now from deep. After that nice upshot, able to can the birdie putt from 50 feet.
And the control, like you didn't see a big jump putter follow through or anything. She just literally trusted the shape and the arc of her putter. That was so beautiful. Let's give it the replay.
Yeah, let's take another look. Great speed control on that too. Like if she misses the basket, it's not going too far. Oh, beautiful putt.
Oh, not able to join the crew on that one. Yeah, that's all right. Downhill putt, not enough juice. Gonna have to leave that one.
Yeah, fortunate after that great drive, but Maria, that upshot she just threw was perfect. Leaves herself with a tap in birdie. Super well done. There was only 2 birdies on this hole in the day. We just watched both of them.
And that is, thank you for saying that stat. It's such a beautiful birdie to card. Leads you a little bit of a walkout, brings you to a beautiful hole, carved out. You got the access road that pretty much describes the line, peering a almost follow the fall line downhill and then let the disc hyzer out and get a power skip is the way to get the birdie. Anything early is going to be trouble, and anything late release or kicked right is trouble.
Yeah, tricky placement shot off the tee here. Carli pulls it a little bit, sneaks past that last tree, but able to find the road. That's a really nice shot.
And the thing is, we have mowed grass in these forest fairways. If you're in the mowed grass, you're pretty much in the fairway, and you can see that landed nicely before it got into the forest.
This looks really nice for Maria. Pushing straight. It's going to need a little bit of fade. Oh, catches a tree there to drop her down.
Yeah, I would have liked to see that one finish. I think it would have given her a putt inside or just outside the circle, but it got cut down early.
So it's looking like a nice shape from Katheryn as well. Fades out a little bit. So she's going to have a couple trees over there to contend with, but able to make a good amount of progress.
Kat was clean off the tee box. Like she's hitting her lines, and that one was maybe just a little bit high, so it fades out, but she's got an open view of the basket there. Oh no, late release. And I actually did hit that tree both rounds. I don't know if you heard me commentate on it for you there. I said, that tree's got my number. So it must have been living in the brain. I'm going to have to pull off something tricky There's not a lot of airspace between trees up here, and I'm doing a patent pending stance.
Yeah, super tough shot here. You just got to full commit to it, and that is exactly what you needed.
Stoked. That was more fairway advancement than I had drew up in my head from there.
Yeah, that was awesome. Super pure. Maria now, she's kind of on the backside of the fairway. Got some tricky footing, another turnover in towards the green. Leaks out a little left, but it's pin high.
Yeah, she's up there for a putt.
Carli, after a great drive, just kind of has a nice straight baby hyzer in towards the green, puts it right under the basket.
Super tough putt. No, just kidding. Absolutely perfect. Carli's killing it. She is golfing her face off, and she's in flow state right now. I can see like the strength and like her posture and her shots and her confidence and her breath. Like it was such a fun card to be on.
Yeah, the good vibes. Here we go. Maria circles edge now, slightly uphill for the birdie. Just a bit low. Catches the top of the cage. Katheryn with a long birdie look of her own.
Got it. In the heart as well. And, run that one down. That's big energy by hole 13, carding a birdie. That's exciting.
Yeah, that was a nice putt. Nice confidence builder for her. Start moving in the right direction. Coming down the stretch here. Not too many holes left, and the battle for second place is it's a close one. Carli can take her time. That is a absolute drop in birdie. Nicely done.
On to 14. It's only 300 feet, but there's a lot of work to do because it's a little line that you pretty much have to flip something up to flat and ride the line straight and then fall to the green. Not a lot of airspace to fly, and anything left is absolute jail. You could say the same about the right, but hope for some sort of like stretch out. Pretty much have to take the access road and let the disc fall.
Yeah, this comes out with a little too much hyzer. Catches those trees on the left-hand side. It's going to be a tricky scramble. See what Carli has over there. Here's Katheryn. After the nice birdie putt on the last hole, puts this on a great line.
And trusting it and watching it get the full flex. So she's on the good side of the forest, open view, circle 2.
Nice shot. Maria now looking to kind of replicate that. And this looks great out of the hand. Oh.
Yeah, even though it does clip that late tree, it's still beautiful. Anybody that gets past the first 2 sets of trees on the right and left is happy.
Yeah, this is one of those holes. Just got to make sure you hit the initial gap. This comes out a little low. Counter skip.
Sort of, almost. And in the beginning of the trouble, right now, Carli is in the thick of the trouble on this left side, like steep slope. The fact that she even had a line to get out of there blew all of our minds, and she's like, I'm making it through here. She did that pretty nicely. I have to stretch out kind of wide to access about 4 feet. Really happy to have that.
Yeah, nice shot there to give yourself at least a look at the par. Pretty much all you can ask for from that tricky right side. Nice thought shot there from Carli. So we do have a couple long birdie looks. Maria will be up first.
Just clips that. Started turning right before she had planned. She's got a little work to do.
Katheryn from circle 2 as well after hitting a long putt on the last hole. Comes up just a bit short.
I'm so excited for this opportunity. Please stick in the basket.
Brutal right side, just a bit wide, doesn't quite stick, and Maria's just a bit high as well.
All of a sudden, this basket is like at war with all of us, and we're nice people. We didn't ask for any of that, but you know, it's okay. We're gonna have to clean up, get out of here.
Someone who the basket was not nice to, Emily Sievert, the only birdie on this hole on the day. So shout out to her.
Big birdie to card. 14. It's just you feel so good if you get off that tee shot clean and give yourself any kind of opportunity. That is the whole job done.
So a couple bogeys, a couple pars on the card as we move on to 15.
Going back up the road, similar shape with the right and left turn. However, it's uphill and then back to a sort of downhill entering the green that actually turns into a pretty fast green. So just getting around that tree on the corner, and the guardian trees on the left-hand side, is the first job. Anything early is going to be scary.
Yeah, not the worst kick there. Kind of just kicks straight down for Katheryn after that early release. Definitely got to get something that's drifting a little bit left to right just to beat this corner.
So Carli, again, golfing it out. It's hole 15. She's paying attention. She's got the good round going, and she chooses a mid-range, I think, or else that was a putter. I'm pretty sure that was a mid-range. And she just is playing it up the fairway in the center right now. And I got to give cred to her approach and attack and like keeping control of her game and staying focused on her shots. So it was a really good play. Both of us are getting aggressive, kind of hitting that right-hand side hill. Happy to get that ground play. At least I've got open swinging room.
Yeah, trickle back to the road is not a bad thing. So Katheryn got to thread that inside gap after catching the early tree. That's a really nice shot. Gives her a long look at the par. We'll see if she decides to run that one. Kind of a scary green here.
So with a nice hyzer, hitting the right line and just letting the disc use the ground to fade to the basket, she did set herself up perfectly on that drive with a slow speed disc. I think she let go of that a little earlier than she desired, but still a putt for the par.
This one leaks a little left as well. Going to be an uphill putt there from the bottom of the hill for the par. Maria, she's just going to jump putt this one in.
That's right. Very well played to the wide, and the fade stays in the chips right behind that tree there.
Yeah, stress-free par. Probably a smart decision there from Katheryn. No need to mess with the rollaways. Maybe still remembering that early hole from the front
That's
nine.
right. Good golf by Katheryn. And a solid attempt, just a little bit low for Carli.
Here's you now, Zoe. Uphill, circle's edge for the par, just
Please.
off the top of the cage. Can't buy a break. All over the basket.
That's right. Gonna have to want it a little bit more, a couple more rotations. So getting closer to the end of the round. Everybody's getting a little bit hungry. Hey, fortunately, though, every one of us went, and at the other course at Bittersweet Ridge, the high roller lobster stand was set up, so we would all have lunch each day after the round together as FPO's yummiest sandwich and best lobster to bread ratio on a lobster roll I've ever had. Plus, like the way that they set up, and we could all just be there and bond after the round. Huge shout out to their sponsorship.
That's awesome.
Okay, you can see there is a small inside fairway and a little bit of a right side fairway that you can hyzer through either way to get to the road is the first task. And then it's much further because it's uphill, way more than it looks on camera, and much deeper to the deep wooded line is where this pin is. It takes 2 big drives for anyone in our division. Again, way more uphill than the camera shows. And a lot of trees that you're going to have to fly through. Maria's shot was ridiculously good. Everyone continued to kind of giggle or just, cheer and be mind blown off the tee watching her.
Yeah, that was filthy. Just absolutely pured. And Katheryn, not to be outdone, does the same. Great shot for her as well.
That's right. Like I said, being motivated by both Katheryn and Carli throughout this entire weekend in this last round. A lot of good play.
Yeah, nice shot from Carli as well. A little underturn maybe, but is able to stay in the middle of the fairway. Opting for the Hyzer flip route from yourself. And that's a great shot as well. 4 great drives from the group.
Getting up there. So a little bit further left, Carli's got to throw something on Hyzer. No. Something no one in disc golf ever wants to hear or see right out of her hands, hits the tree, and I think went back further than where she was standing.
Yeah, tough break there. Able to recover fairly well, though. Bites off a good chunk. Going to be on the left-hand side.
Got 2 tree gaps, the right side or the inside. I'm choosing the inside with understable. A little more height would have been cool because that berm is what you can't really see over to see the basket, but I'm well up the way.
That'll work. This is, well, I should say the last 4 holes on the course, all tied for the hardest hole on the course at a 3.77 or at averaging 0.77 strokes over par. So it is a brutal finishing stretch. So anytime you're taking pars, you're gaining strokes on the field.
So true. And again, I'm stats driven. I love to hear those kinds of things. Good ground action for Maria's upshot there. But you said it. These final holes are one of the toughest finishing stretch I've ever played in most tournaments in my life, really. So it just holding on for par is like the entire trick to the course. Great upshot for Carli. And now it would have been kind of nice to be back just a couple feet from the berm. I love Katheryn's stance there and how she has a view of the basket, giving it a scare.
Nice bid there. Comes up just short, but sticks it close.
Yeah, I can't like you said. See right here. I'm just like, here it is. This is the safe bid.
Yeah,
nice praxis.
That disc is doing work today. So Maria does actually have a long look here, maybe backside of circle 2.
She's up on top, so she is running that putt all day. Super awesome upshot either way. If she's missing the basket, as you can see, just a tap in.
Yeah, it's a great weapon to have. So now Carli here. Oh yeah, super confident. Nice putt right in the heart.
In the heart, you said it. Like, it wasn't just wobbling in or crawling in or hitting high right. Like, that was confidence late in the round. Again, everybody's just trying to close the deal. She's got a solid round going. I love seeing that kind of putting stroke late. That stroke's not too bad either. It's a tap in.
Yeah, exactly. Never again. No complaints about tapping pars on this course. I'll say it once, I'll say it a million times. Maria here now coming down the stretch, looking to close out on this A-tier victory.
All right, 17, 358 uphill. Feels like it plays more like 430 or something just because of the elevation. The road is a fine gap because it's the one that the drone flies. You're thinking it's the intended fairway, but there is a right side, righty backhand Hyzer gap to get up to the road that I know Maria opted and I opted to take, and you can give it the height to let it funnel to the road versus Hyzer flipping it up the road. That was a good shot.
Yeah, able to bite off quite a bit. Like you said, yeah, had some nice height on it to just let the disc naturally fade to the left. This is that inside line.
And she hit it, that was a great shot, but Hyzer's out to the left. She's going to have to deal with a couple tree gaps.
Just barely ticks some of those branches there, but fights through, gets you back to the road. Should be in good position. And Carli, she's also opting for that wider gap. It just clips that last tree.
Kick. Yeah, it didn't just cut it down though. She actually advanced up to a place where she could stand and throw, and you can see she's got an open view to the green.
Yeah,
And
nice
getting
little
over that rock wall is like what you got to do. She just skips over.
yeah, 2 inches higher, and that's probably parked. Unfortunately, she's going to be left with about a 40-footer. See
Yes.
if you're able to make the correction. A nice little turnover backhand, little right, but pin high. That'll be a putt.
Yeah, a little juiced. Once again, no surprise there, but got an opportunity. Coming out of the woods now, having to fight through a lot more trees. But getting out and around the rock wall, still a big putt in circle 2.
Yeah, an open putt at least, though. Looks like Maria's got a tricky little patent pending here. She also just clips a late tree, so we're gonna have a lot of long par putts coming up here. Katheryn up first, just opting to lay it up, plays it safe. It's like Carli had a tree in her way there, so wasn't able to give it a bid. Now yourself from about 40 feet.
And a similar theme to the last 1 or 2 putts we've seen. I got excited that I could follow through from circle 2 there and just left it a little short.
Right now, Maria just a step inside the circle, looking to take a stroke on the card. Grab the par here on 17. Oh, yeah. She's been confident on the green all day. Not stopping now with 2 holes to go. That was a great save.
Making big ones all weekend long. You guys haven't been out here to the Maine State Championships or to play at Pineland Patriot Course, you got to give it a try. The hospitality is top notch. The local crew is amazing. Thought Space obviously producing the nicest looking, feeling, and flying plastic. I enjoy the Maine State Championships every year and I get to play it. Thank you guys for having me on here to commentate with it.
Yeah, great to have you. Great to watch this coverage. We've only got 1 hole left. What's the play here, Zoe?
18's a killer. Oh, it's such a tough finisher. You got to flip it up to flat and straight, or else play kind of a weaving left to right full flex just to land on the road or to the right of the road. Those are the only 2 pieces of fairway to give yourself an open approach with probably a mid-range or throwing a full flex putter. Maybe a fairway driver if you came up short early, but anything right or left drastically is not good.
Up first here. Looks like some sort of fairway driver on a little baby turnover line. A little overturned, but fights through really nicely. Able to bite off a good chunk off the tee.
It's so far up there. It is like on the far right side, but you can see still some of the cleared out old fairway from last year's hole.
Just clips that 1 tree in the middle of the fairway. That's going to be a tough kick. We'll see what it's like over there on that left side of the fairway.
Yeah, there's a line of trees on the left-hand side that comes into the road.
Oh, and you've got a great shape on this, Zoe. Full flex, keeps it nice and straight, right in the middle of the road.
You said it. That's where I wanted to be all weekend. Got that last one.
Great last tee shot to finish out your tournament. Carli looking to match it. Puts this on a great line as well.
Way up there. She's just a few feet away from my disc and she's completely open swinging room. That was such a big last drive for Carli.
So Katheryn, she's got a tricky lie over here on the left. Has to go with a wide hyzer, but that makes it through most of it. It's going to put her in a good spot.
And beautiful. She's in circle 2, right up the fairway, up the road. Yeah, you can see job well done for her second shot. Third shot, she's got an opportunity to get it close to the basket. Just let go a little early and high. Flip down deep in circle 2.
Yeah, it was looking like a good line. Just got caught up late. And now after the best drive of the group, just pulls it a little bit, but sneaks through everything pin high on the right side.
And Hyzer's shape just pulled a little bit late. Still kicks into the open fairway, but that was a bummer. I would have liked to see that one fly all the way around.
Yeah, it looks like it had a good angle on it. Just pulled a little bit, like you said. But, oh, what a way to make up for it. Gives it a run. Goes 30 long. Nice shot from Maria.
And no reason not to. Baller move. Fun to watch.
Yeah, give the little gallery a bit of a show there. Finish it out. Nice, safe upshot there from Katheryn. Here's yourself for a long birdie look.
Come on, give me the last one. Just wide. Right height. Good shape. Was kind of deep out there. Shouting out my caddy Nikki and the lobster rolls we're going to go get from High Rollers. That was a fun event all weekend long, Maine States.
Smart option from Carli to just decides to lay it up. Maria looking to end on a high note, but tricky footing on that putt. Not able to connect. All right, so Zoe, this will be a par to end out your tournament. Nicely done. Finishes at 14 under. Maria, she doesn't want to wait. She just wants to get this over with. Taps it in for the bogey. Finishes her at even par. As we'll see in a second here. She is going to hold on for the win.
You can hear they
a
were
nice round.
Thinking about battle putting it, but nope, don't want anything to happen. We just had a great tournament together. Shout out Carli and Katheryn. Maria.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you our 2023 Maine State Champion, Miss Maria Oliva.
Thanks for everything. Thank you, Thought Space, Infinite, and Throjos and Kavu. And Maine is awesome.
Yeah,
Maine is awesome.
Maine is awesome. Congrats, Maria Oliva, your 2023 Maine State champion. Also, shout out to Hannah Manis, the hot round, one down on that third and final round.
Thank you guys for having me on. Again, if you haven't been out to Maine, check it out. Oh, look at this. Remember that big, huge putt early and the big fist pump? That's a contender.
That is a great shot. Shot of the day goes to Carli. Thank you to the Norse gods as well as our Patreon family for making this coverage possible. And thank you all for watching. Appreciate having you. Make sure to subscribe for more HyzerMedia tournament coverage coming out this year. We'll see you next time.